we were hanging around backstage, and John Paul Jones, who's also an incredibly lovely man.
John Paul Jones.
Yeah. And I got to know John because I interviewed him for my first book, which of course you all own. And we got to know each other a bit, and we'd had dinner a couple of times, and you know, he's just a really sweet man. And so him, and he has great pole stories. He's got good pole stories. Anyway, so we all kind of bonded a little bit that night, and so after the show, when we all went to the after party, we were sitting there with Josh Homme, also a good friend, and Will Forte from SNL was there, and Alain Johannes, great guitar player, and of course Alex is there, and Paul McCartney comes up and just sits with us, and he's drinking his tequila, and we're sloshing wine back that Dave Grohl had made me run out to buy because that's what I do apparently. You gotta get me some wine, Geddy. Okay, no problem. Anyway, he was just incredibly positive, and he kept saying, "Well, you're gonna go on tour, aren't you?" I said, "Well, I don't know. We haven't really talked about touring, and Alex had some misgivings about touring, so where is he? Let me talk to him."
I would follow up to this.
He looks at Alex and he says, "You know what Ringo says? It's what we do." So of course Alex is saying, so Alex says, "Well, maybe I'll go on the road if you'll be our manager." Anyway, the bottom line is, yes, you're right. He's one of those legendary figures that if he's in the room, everybody knows exactly where he is, but he doesn't behave like that.
He doesn't behave like that?
He doesn't behave like that.
No, it was remarkable.
So it was a very uplifting moment with him.
Yeah, no, that was... I worked on Alex on that trip too. I worked on Is this what you do? So then, obviously you guys got together for the most important thing that happened last year, which was the 25th anniversary of Seinfeld.
Which you didn't even know about.
I really didn't know.
Yeah.
I feel like a real dope that I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was like,
you know, Les Claypool called me, and your partner Ann called us, and they all arranged to sneak us into Denver under the cover of darkness, and we stayed at a separate hotel.
They just stayed at a shitty hotel because we couldn't stay at the Four Seasons.
Yeah, we stayed at another hotel. They snuck us in.
I would see them.
They hid us on Les Claypool's bus until the show had started, and then they snuck us backstage, and we got to spring Closer to the Heart on you, so that was fun. You had a good look at it.
Why is Les making me play this song over? Why does he want to play this song so much? Well, I mean, I guess that was where I was leading to, was like, this book feels like, when you read the book, and it's an amazing, as I said before, there's everything there's the death, there's the cocaine, it's a full meal, there's a full life there. It's amazing, your career, and how many albums you guys have done, how the book catalogs a series of, that stuff's fun, and fun stories and stuff, but really pretty carefully map out artists and artist processes between these albums that are with different technologies, with the different decades, and I just this is probably, I don't want to be too lean, but do you have any plans after this, or you're just going to take a vacation? You know what I mean? The book feels, there's something, I don't want to be, the book feels like you needed to do this before you were done. And you kind of say that at the end. So you could just not do anything after this, and just sort of like, that was a nice, if you wanted to, you know what I mean? And you fully you've earned that place, but do you have any fire burning in you?
I think I would like to write some more music, Going to be clickbait tomorrow. No, Alex and I have talked about getting together, but it's all very iffy at this stage. We don't. Calm down. We have no plans to do anything other than drink too much coffee and maybe jam.
Yeah.
That's as far as it goes. But we've never had a jam session that didn't lead to either one of two results, either a song or me just bossing him around a bit.
Either way is fun.
Either way, it's
yeah,
good.
either way is
It's
fun.
good. I'm good.
You know, but either way too, the thing about Neil's the compositions and watching like Danny Carey play or Omar Hakim play or Dave Grohl play, it just felt very much like it felt very much like a testament to Neil. It didn't,
Well, I'll be
it felt-
honest,
it
you
felt
know, playing those shows, and you know, Dave is, I have more respect for Dave than anyone in the music business. He's an incredible person. And he knew instinctively, yeah, I mean, he really is super Dave.
He's one of the good guys.
You know, when he called me to play the Taylor tributes, you know, he said, look, you know, you were one of Taylor's favorite bands. You know, I can't imagine doing this tribute without you guys, but I know you haven't played in like 7 years, so what do you say? And I said, well, you had me at hello, kind of thing. Of course,
hard not to say no to.
Yeah, I can't say no to him, and I love Taylor.
Yeah.
He was an exceptional human being, and he was the ultimate fanboy. He really was, and all the people that were at that gig for him over those 2 nights are people he admired and loved and berated to play with at one point.
Yeah,
or another.
yeah.
And so he was really, he had a contagious optimism about music. So, but the one thing Dave said to me is, well, you can't play with one drummer because then everyone's going to say that's the new
Right,
Rush,
yeah.
right? And so I said, okay, we'll play with 2, but you have to be one of them. And he said, of course, as long as it's not the hard shit.
Yeah, so I know
He said, Omar can do my
the working man.
Geddy, pardon me for interrupting. As the old saying goes, the mind cannot absorb what the arse will not endure. Wrap the fuck up!
All right, that's our cue. So, I guess the next thing is, would you like to read some of the book?
I would.